Welcome. We are live. We don't go live that often. We should go live more often, but going live takes up a lot of time. And y'all know time is your biggest asset in life. Do you think time is your biggest asset?
Yeah, it's very valuable. As you guys see, it's nighttime where we are.
As always.
Yeah. So welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in, guys. The one person that's in the room, thanks for liking the video. Coming in the room and liking. That's what we like to see. So if you can hear us, let us know. Put a one in the chat, please. If you can't, oh, the one. Say no. Yeah, shalom, guys. If you're in here and you can hear us, put a one so we can continue. But if you cannot hear us, put a zero.
Let us know.
Sorry, that's good.
Let us know.
I'm glad you can hear me because I speak very soft. She was like, get the microphones.
Yeah.
I said, no, I'm going to speak how I speak.
We can't find them. They somewhere.
Yeah. So, yes, guys, welcome. If you're in here, make sure you like the video. We got some things to talk about.
Yes, we are going to give you 7 tips, 7 ways to avoid pitfalls when moving to Africa. Avoid these 7 things that can be costly, detrimental to your journey to Africa. As you guys see on the YouTube algorithm, there's a lot of things going on just with the Africa diaspora and moving back to Africa. So hopefully these tips will help you to make wise decisions. Whether you're married, single, old, young, whatever, everybody needs to be safe and use wisdom.
Yeah.
And sometimes that wisdom has to come from other people.
Yeah, really. So, guys, it's a lot of pitfalls here. If you're not careful, you really have to be careful. You really have to still have that street knowledge, street smartness.
Right.
When you're traveling, no matter where you go, you always got to be on it.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're not good at street smarts, find somebody who is. But just understand what your weaknesses are. If you know street smarts isn't your best bet, try to go somewhere that has like more safety, like maybe a gated community. Maybe you're in a compound with, you know, three other houses or something like that. So you're not all alone. Even if it's just you living in a compound with other local Africans, that's fine too. You can live in a compound with other people, but you need to have community. You need to be around people when you're in Africa, really when you're in anywhere in the world. I mean, humans are tribal people. Before the cities, we lived in tribes. We lived in these little communities, tight-knit, and that's for safety. That's for survival. So you can't be a one-man, what's that phrase? A one-man team, something like that. You can't do it. You need people around you, the right people. Yes. And there's safety in numbers.
Exactly. So welcome, guys. Welcome. If you're in here, give us a like. And let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're here in Africa, let us know the time, because it's late here. It's about what time?
It's 1:18 a.m.
12:18 a.m. We gotta
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. So, if you're tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Shalom, shalom. Yes, we have moved already. As you see the light shining.
The light is shining. I'm done with you.
The light is shining. Hallelujah.
Yes, we moved. Yeah, we just arrived. And it's great. It's very safe and wonderful. A great experience. Great views. But go to members only if you want to see content on that. Because today we're talking about the 7 pitfalls y'all need to avoid when moving to Africa. So let's just get into number 1. Number 1, scams and overpriced stuff.
Scams and overpriced stuff.
There's a lot of scams waiting for Americans across the world. There's a lot of scams within the diaspora. There's a lot of scams when you talk to locals. It just, there's scams all around. And there's also scams in America. I remember, like, we were going to rent this house, but it was a scam. In Ohio, they would go around and put, like, these fake for sale signs. And it really wouldn't for rent, fake for rent signs, and it really wouldn't be for rent.
Yeah, that's so funny.
They do scam, like scamming is everywhere. You're gonna find scamming in Africa as well. You're gonna find it within the bureaucracy, within institutions. You're gonna find it within like different communities. You're gonna find it in all different various ways. So the best thing you can do to avoid scams, you may end up wasting money because in Africa, you have to negotiate and haggle down the price. So you probably will end up wasting money. But let it be on something small like some tomatoes. Don't let it be on something big like a house, a
Yeah.
car, some licenses, some permits, something like that. Let it be something small. The best way to avoid those scams is to do research. And when I say research, ask like 10 people. That's the best research you can do. Ask 10 different people in 10 different areas to get a census of what's going on.
Yeah, and like I said, you gonna get scammed
Hmm.
because it just happened to us.
You just don't know. You don't
It
realize
just happened to us because I know it's just a feeling of excitement when you land somewhere in Africa. You gotta go through the airport, gotta pick your bags, go through everything. But as soon as you get here, it's like, okay, I'm here, but I still have to do stuff. So you really don't know how much certain things are,
until you know.
and until you really know. So we just got scammed.
Which is also why you shouldn't hit the
Still,
ground running.
yeah.
Like, don't, yeah, because we've been in Africa going on 4 years now. That's also why you don't hit the ground running. Like, by all means, avoid doing huge purchases within your first 90 days if you can. Now,
Yeah.
for renting something, that's reasonable, but really, like, figure out what's what.
Yeah,
Go and visit different areas.
you have to have somebody that you trust on the ground or somebody that you know that already did it, like literally right in your face. Not you never met them or anything like that. Be right there with them, and they can walk you through the process. They can sit right outside and say, "Hey, this is the guy I talked to. Go in there and talk to him. Da da da. Handle your business, and everything's gonna be okay." Because I know that I did it. So, like avoid scams, but you have to have people to trust.
Yeah, be sober and vigilant. A lot of times people just get too excited. Or maybe you're in a position where you're tired. Don't make huge buying decisions where you're tired,
Mm.
desperate, emotions going on. Just be sober minded when you're making decisions. Be sober. And before you even make a big purchase or make a big move or do anything, wait. Just literally wait. Another way you can wait is to trick your own self and stash money away in stock, stash money away so it's not always readily available so that you have time to think before you go out and make a big purchase. That way you're forced to think. Like you don't have an option. Now you really got to think, do I really want to pull this out for this?
Mm.
Is this really going to be worth it in the long run? That's how you're going to be able to stay in Africa long term.
Yeah, ain't like I said, you have to have the street knowledge and street smartness.
Yeah.
But if you do, we still got scammed too. by
Yeah,
our
at the
dogs.
airport taxi.
Talking
I mean,
about
that's
our dogs.
expected. The dogs?
Yeah.
You got scared with the dog?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to think about stuff. I'm like, hold on. I did get scammed with that. I got scammed with this. But, don't. No, I got scammed because I got a big heart.
Yeah, your
So
heart's
you
too
have
big.
to-
I be telling you that.
You have to, you just got to know yourself. Because, yeah, my heart is big. And I said, okay, this is supposed to be happening. This is okay. Everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna be good. But it wasn't. Do you guys want to hear the story? 'Cause I'm gonna tell you.
Stop.
Shalom, guys. Yes.
I don't think they're gonna believe this story. Why do we have the craziest story?
If you guys want to hear this story, put a 7 in the room, and I'll tell you how we got scammed for our 2 beautiful German shepherds.
Oh gosh, you were hilarious. Oh man.
I'm gonna read this.
Since first watching you both, you have grown confident. Congratulations on your new additions, 2 babies. Well done for staying strong. Are you still in that big house or did you move? Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for your support. Yes, we moved.
Yes, we moved. I see a 7, so I'm gonna tell you guys.
All you needed was 1 7.
So it was a crazy situation. We was I'm not trying to say too much, but we were moving and we had to sell our dogs. We had to pretty much, we couldn't take our dogs to the place that we were going. So I had two German Shepherds, Zeke and Usa, right? Zeke is a King Shepherd, female, big too. So, was planning on having puppies. She was pregnant, um, just maybe 60 days. Um, we were trying to leave, and I wanted to sell her at a higher price because she's pregnant. She has puppies. You know, King Shepherd, Sable Shepherd, they bring any type of dogs, like in any type of German Shepherd, all white, all black, the black and brown, the all brown, like very, very beautiful, beautiful dogs. So we had to move. I had to rush back to our place of where we used to stay, and um, the owner of the house that we stayed at, um, she wanted to buy the dogs, and I'm like, no, mm-mm. I can tell you're not gonna take care of them because even when I came back and the dogs was there with our nanny and stuff, um, the owner, she was just like shooting them away. Get away, stop, get away from me. And I'm like, man, don't be doing that to my dogs. Like, they good dogs. But she wanted to buy them, and I didn't want to sell it to her. But we was in a situation where look.
They couldn't come with us.
Yeah, they just couldn't come with us. So she said, okay, hey, I'll give you this amount of money. And then next week I'll give you another amount of money. And I'm like, you know what? This is the only option. I really can't do nothing because if I try to take the dog somewhere,
6 hours away.
This and that. Yeah, 6 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
That's you got to get paperwork for that. You gotta do certain stuff. So that was my only option. Okay, you can buy them, and I've been calling her since 2 months. It's been 2 months.
I've been calling her for 2 months.
How are you?
Rewind. She gave you some money. She didn't give you the full amount.
And I say, okay. I mean, that's all I can do.
And then she cut you off.
Pretty much.
She dragged you along a little bit, and she was like, "Now I'm gonna keep these dogs."
Yeah. No, then she lost my dog or her dog. She texted, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, Zeke ran off."
Zeke was like, "Get me out of here."
I need to find my family.
Oh gosh. Hopefully he's living his best dog life.
Right, so
he's cool wherever he's
scams like that too. It's like, okay,
don't be too nice in Africa.
Yeah, but like that situation, I had like
I'm just saying in general, we
had to.
Yeah, just in general, don't be too nice in Africa because that's what I'm gonna say.
Cut me off. I'm upset. Still, now I'm talking about. I'm like, dang, Zeke ran off. Man, our dogs is very beautiful.
Yeah,
very,
he
very
was beautiful. So cute. But yeah, we had to do a little story time.
Yeah. Well, look, I got stories
only.
for days.
Claudia Love.
Yes.
Welcome. Hey fam. If you want to be a member, hit the join button on the channel. It's here at any time so that you can experience the new location we're at because we're not disclosing it. Yeah. Leave it to karma when someone does you dirty. Nothing good comes of it. Yeah, for sure.
I told her that too. I was like, look. I told her you messing with the wrong people. I'm telling you that. That's what I tell people. I tell look, just be good to us because I don't want to have to look up and,
start praying
on them.
Gosh.
But yeah, I already know that she going through it because she was telling us she was suffering. Yeah.
Just strange things. Strange things.
It's a lot.
I don't know why we meet so many strange people in our life. We even met strange people like this in America, y'all. It's just strange folks all around the world.
Okay. We got some members.
Welcome, Judo Maniac. Journey behind the scenes, new members. You get a round of applause. And guess what? You got videos. that are
Yes.
available for you to see a house tour of this house, for you to see where we are, just the whole journey with us experience. Boom.
Hmm.
But let's get back. Look, we took a little detour because y'all know we have a lot of stories.
Yeah, and make sure when you come in the room, make sure you like so we can have people know that we're live and talking about dogs.
Yes. Share, subscribe, like.
And
We
let us
miss our
know where you
dogs. We're gonna
from.
get some new dogs.
Let us know where you tuning in from.
So, quality of life and peace. Quality of life is super important in Africa. You need to know what kind of life you want to live because there's a side of Africa that's great for tourism and travel. Then there's a side of Africa where you're like, okay, when I need to think long term and think sustainability and think business and think, okay, legacy for my children, you may not come up with the same countries, right? Because countries that value, how can I say it? Some countries that value tourism a lot may not have good business practices, or there may be countries like I heard a sister talk about Gabon. She said she was from that country, she traced her lineage, but when she got there and she started her business, she had to put out all these little fires. Now, these little fires she's talking about is bureaucracy, where all these different ministries come up and say, hey, you owe me this, you owe me this, you owe me this, you owe me this, those type of fires. And so in the long term, that's not sustainable. And so every time you're trying to run your business, you're trying to do this and all these fires pop up, that's not ideal. So maybe you would like that country to go and visit on holiday or just to spend some time, but when you're ready to expand and really put long-term roots in the ground, it may be a different country that you're thinking of. Now, with that, you also need to know the safest countries in Africa, and you need to know the least corrupt countries in Africa. These things are going to matter, and those are two topics that we didn't necessarily know about in 2020.
Yeah, corruption is it's everywhere, but it's more in certain countries.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be careful because they will just tell you right in your face, and you can't really do nothing about it.
Except speak the scriptures.
Yeah. Um, yeah, because
That's gonna be your key. That's your key right there.
I got stories.
That's your defense.
I got
Yeah, we got
stories.
lots of stories. We're gonna save some of them for members only because some of them a little too. Y'all won't believe the stories. That's okay.
I'm trying to think of a story that could. I don't know. It's too much.
It's too much. It has to be for members
especially if you put your foot down and say, "No, I'm not. This is corruption." You call it in like how it is. They definitely don't like that.
You better get over it.
Yeah.
Read that Psalms 109.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. So,
I don't know.
quality of life and peace. You want to look at the least corrupt countries. Y'all want to look at the safest countries. Tanzania is a super safe country. Botswana super safe. Super safe. What was the other one? Namibia safe. Kenya safe. From what I see, Zambia, Madagascar, countries like that. What else?
I don't know.
I haven't heard about Mozambique being safe. That's like the list of the safest countries in Africa. Then you'll find another list with the least corrupt countries. Look at these countries and see, okay, where can I fit into this economy? Do I have some kind of freelance writing, freelance marketing, freelance graphic design? Do I have some kind of tech skills or customer service or education that I can bring to the continent? Oh, Rwanda too. Rwanda is safe and low on corruption and pretty good.
Yeah, those are the lists, but you know, I don't like lists. I see it, but I have to be face to face.
I mean, I would take the least corrupt over some of the other
Oh
ones.
yeah, of
for
course.
Sure.
But me, I
wouldn't just directly go to like South Sudan. I've been hearing
sure,
crazy stuff
just
about that.
make sure you do your research before you just go.
I wouldn't go to Chad. I wouldn't go to Sudan. Yeah, I think so. We used to think that if you don't hear much about a country, it's good, but I'm not necessarily sure that's still true.
Yeah.
I think it could be either way. If you don't hear a lot about a country like Gabon or Malawi, it could be like, maybe
could be good, could be
bad.
Yeah.
You really have to just see. So.
And the healthiest country too.
Right, that's true.
The healthiest
that's
country,
true.
that would be because that means
that's
that they really
indicator.
They really care about their country.
That's true.
And they will make sure soon as you arrive, they're coming to make sure you're healthy.
Yeah, that's
Say
true.
that.
Reading levels too, literacy, high
Yeah.
literacy rates. Anytime you see high literacy, that means that they care about their people
Mm-hmm.
and they care about the community around them. Those are some of the things you want to look out for because you'll just encounter stuff that's so outrageous. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come up with the words. You'll encounter stuff and you'll just be like, what's wrong with this picture? But all right, we got quality of life, peace, safety was number 3. Allegiances. Look out for what allegiances certain African countries have. Look out for the allegiances because be it West Africa, East Africa, North or South, you'll find that you could get into political issues if some countries are aligned with, let's say, Ukraine. Some countries are aligned with Russia. Some countries are aligned with the UK. You want to understand the allegiances in the country. Do your research. Say, type in the African country, the top 5 you want to visit, type them in, and say, what allegiances do they have? What allegiances do they have in the Middle East? Which ones in Europe?
Who pretty much conquered that country?
Who colonized it? Yes.
Colonized it.
These are important things to understand because these dynamics come into play. You may not realize it the first year or two because you're just traveling and enjoying. But when you get deeper in and trying to do different things, you start to see, okay,
Like why
this is something
why these people
strange.
over here is all smooth and we doing the same thing and it's not smooth. No
Yeah.
matter what. No matter how many people.
Yeah.
So you gotta think about that.
Look into allegiances and
Yeah.
alliances. Next, you want to check and see. Look at these countries that you want to move to. Again, it's not always good that you don't see nobody doing anything there. You may think, okay, this is an opportunity for me to help out. Not understanding that behind the scenes, they're preventing things from happening for whatever reason, for whatever type of issue it is. But certain places in Africa aren't quote unquote down or in some of these, how can I put it, some of these different underdevelopment because they don't want to, or how should I say it? Some countries in Africa aren't underdeveloped because there's no way to develop them. It's underdeveloped because there's people in certain areas that don't want it to develop.
Yeah, what she said.
Yep, be it education, we have friends that were trying to build parks. It's a lot of different things that would be like, well, why wouldn't you want something like that? And then it's like, we don't want it because X, Y, Z. So watch out for that. You want to look at countries like Namibia, Ethiopia. You see in downtown Ethiopia, they have parks. That's a good sign. Why is that a good sign? Because that tells me you care about your children. You care about the community. Even in this place we're at, we see different parks. We see different. You have to start thinking of these things when you're looking around. Because it may seem like something little. Oh, parks, that's not a big deal.
That's deep.
But this tells you that you care about the children.
That's
when
really
you build stuff, yeah, it is deep. And you don't know these things going in.
Yeah, we just like when we was in Dar es Salaam, there's no parks. We went there,
not free parks, you gotta go to a restaurant.
Yeah. It was like, where did all the parks go? It's like, what?
Oh, they took them out again. Yeah.
So that's kind of spiritual. Like they're not trying to look out for their youth.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, literacy rates. That's always a tall tale sign again, because you go to various countries in Africa, some are underdeveloped, some are developed, right? But there's a reason for that, and it's not always oppression. There's different things at play. It's oppression in a different way.
Yeah.
And then you have countries, you see Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, right? These countries are quickly developing. Senegal, right? Even Zambia, Lusaka, Zambia looks decent as well. You see all these countries that people can go to, investors go to in the Black diaspora, and they prosper and they're doing well. And so you can look at that and say, okay, this is somewhere that I can go because people like me are going there and they're able to build. Or you can do it by trade and profession. We're marketing professionals, we're digital nomads. So I want to go somewhere that accepts digital nomads and knows marketing, is interested in tech, is interested in content creation, and looks at that as an asset and not a liability.
Yeah. You ready? You talking today, man?
Well, I was just on a roll because,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was just on a roll. That was it.
You give me all the gems, but welcome, guys. Make sure you, when you come in here, make sure you like.
So allegiances, that was our last one. Also, North Africa has different allegiances. In the Middle East, I probably would not head that way.
So when you said like allegiance, are we talking about spiritual giants too?
Oh yeah, well the spiritual
So-
giant's gonna be there.
Yeah, spiritual giants too, guys.
Go to Psalms
Gotta be
109 for
strong.
that one. Psalms 109.
You gotta
Get your
be real
scriptures.
strong.
Yeah, and you better be in allegiance with the Most High Yah and His Messiah Yahusha. You better be, because spiritual warfare is very real and very much under your feet if you have authority. Soul alignment, going somewhere where you feel at home and you feel safe. Now, when we first went to Tanzania, we felt peaceful. We were like, oh, it's so wonderful just being back in the motherland after our ancestors were taken, kidnapped, sold off, whichever one. It felt amazing.
And that's part of, I'll say, it's part of the leaders there too.
Right, because John Magufuli wasn't off. Right.
Yeah, it felt just so different.
It felt different
even,
a lot.
Even after he passed away a little bit, and then it started to get, it just flipped back to the stuff that was going on before him.
But you wouldn't know this from America.
Yeah, everything, because, well, now we know. Like before that, Magufuli, he was shutting stuff down, but now everything that he shut down is coming back.
And it's not a good building back.
Yeah. I mean,
it's corruption building back. Yeah, Magufuli, he did great shutting that stuff down.
Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, he, because when we left, it was so interesting. Like during the middle of 2020, Tanzania is the only country open. Magafuli's on the news talking about, well, we're going to pray and fast for 3 days.
Yeah.
That was like,
And
oh yeah, we're going there.
Do, really.
Yeah.
3 days, and they like pretty much shut, I don't want to say the country, but he'll do like an announcement, hey, 7 days we're doing this. And people will do it. And that's very powerful when you have at least half the country,
Doing
at least some real, I don't want to say spiritual people, because,
But yeah, spiritual,
like,
it's a fast.
yeah, like the good spiritual people
Yeah.
together.
The people of the Most High. Yes. Soul alignment, children and education. You have to study. If you have children, you gotta think long term. A country that may be good for a single person may not be good for a large family, due to different bureaucracies, due to different just chaos and like strange stuff. When you have a family, you want things to be straightforward. You want it to be simple. You want it to be, you say what you mean and you mean what you say, because you don't have time for all these games. So if you have a large family, that's probably something that's really important to you. So again, look at the least corrupt countries, most peaceful and most safe countries. Look at countries that invest in their children's education. So you're going to be looking at literacy rates again, right? You're going to be looking at the education. What kind of activities are around for children?
Really, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's very important. Got 5 kids. And lastly, personal growth. You want to be in a country that you can grow in. You don't want to be moving backwards.
Yeah, or you just, and keep stepping. That's one thing too that, cause that's what we do.
Yeah.
We just pop up when we go.
Yeah. The Most High gives the word, we don't.
People be like, "Are you guys sure? What are you doing? You gotta be careful." I'm like,
No, you don't gotta be careful. We with the Most High.
we've been doing this ever since we met. Like for real.
Yeah, we have.
We just pop up and go. And every time we do it, it's just a
Cruises,
bigger
we
blessing.
just go do stuff.
It's just a bigger blessing than it was before.
Yeah. Oh, she rolling.
Sorry guys, the baby was she was rolling. I caught that. You gotta have that street smartness. I'm telling you, that street knowledge and stuff. Yeah. She was rolling on the bed. She's starting to roll. She's starting to crawl. So all praises for that, where she is personally growing. like we're talking about. But yeah, personal growth. You really have to understand yourself. I know earlier I was talking about how me personally I have a big heart, and with the dogs, um, I was letting the owner of the house take it because I didn't have any anywhere or anything else to do um, with the dogs. But you have to learn yourself. You have to know yourself, and Africa will definitely teach you that for sure.
Right, right.
Because it's definitely different situations um, that you're not going to be used to, but you have to adjust. You got to adjust and keep going, and that's just it. You have to adjust and keep going. You don't have to be like us, but as we was just talking about, we pop up and go. But that's just us. That's what we do, and we know that the Most High is always going to look out for us, no matter what. Like no matter what, it's always a bigger blessing.
Yeah, Most High told us way before we even came to Tanzania we would be traveling. I remember writing a blog about it on my website back in 2016 about the importance of children traveling. So for us, it was just a matter of time. And I think that's so important for our people, being the descendants of slaves, being that we were taken from our land, even our local African people, just being able to travel and experience things.
Yeah.
I don't think we should just be restrained to one part of the world for long periods of time. As you travel, you learn, you elevate, you make connections for your children's children. It's just like a whole sophisticated lifestyle. You know, we were made to walk on the earth in the cool of the day with the Most High. He made this earth for us. Why not enjoy it?
Yeah. The meek shall inherit the earth.
Yeah.
And if you're meek, you gotta inherit it because the Most High is allowing it. Like really, He's allowing you to do it.
Right? He's trying to bless you. Don't be the type to
Like,
just be so fearful and say, "No, I want it."
That's it. Like you got to, and once you do it, I'm telling you, yeah, you, he's just gonna take care of you.
Mm-hmm. He'll blow your mind.
Really.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
Really. I know we was talking to our children earlier. We was like, man, I'm 29. She's 28.
Mm-hmm.
We got 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
Our children, they don't understand how blessed they are of traveling and stuff like that. Just everything that we do. It's like, wow. I know it's so much that we do, and we just keep going. And sometimes you can't just sit down and think about how blessed you are. And we just talking to them like, man, do you guys know how blessed you are? And they like, yeah. Like, what? We come to this nice little house here, and then, oh, can I see your phone? I'm like, look around. You don't see like what's around you right now. This is wow.
Yeah.
So you have to step out on that faith. Because it's not faith if you're not really working. If you're not moving.
Right.
You just, of course, the Most High gonna take care of you no matter what. But He gonna blow your mind if you really want to step out on faith.
Yes. And that's another thing. Maybe point 8. Definitely travel around Africa.
Yeah.
Don't look at one city and just stay in one city.
The growth.
It'll help your growth. You're going to see different climates, different things. Even within Tanzania alone, there's so many different regions. When you look at Kenya, there's so many different regions. When you look at South Africa, that's super vast. South Africa has like snow in some places, like beach in some places, mountains. Africa is too vast for you not to be strategic about what you're doing. Because you don't want to go and apply a lot of resources and time and energy into something only to look back and say, oh, I could have did this a little bit differently if I would have just traveled and thought this out better.
Scott, well, that's us. Everybody's different. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, just do it.
That's us. We just do it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Questions in the chat? We're opening up for questions if you guys have any.
And let us know where you're tuning in from. I like to see people where they're from. Okay.
Oh wait, was that a? Oh, that's the okay.
Yeah, we answered that.
Arizona. Claudia's in Arizona. I have an idea. Okay, that's cool. Cool. I wonder if you're right about your idea. You may be. Francis is moving there in May.
New York, New York, New York, upstate New York.
My view is that everyone, locals and expats, try to separate you from your money. I'm sick of the horror stories I've heard. Africa is no New Jerusalem. Don't be afraid to speak truth. Yeah, I 100% agree. That's why it's really good for you to be alone for the first few months, because when you get in these large groups of people, y'all know how it is. A church is the only way I can say it. You know how it is in some churches that aren't like really true spirit filled churches. They're just like there to just take your money and then dance around and do all this stuff. That's the kind of experience you get a lot of times when you're in these big groups where it's just this high energy and it's like, whoa, slow down, wait a minute, let's see what the plan is, let's walk through this, let's take a step back, and then when you reassess, you may think differently when you pull yourself back from a lot of that.
Yeah, like yeah. So.
You've been able to overcome a lot because of your faith in Yahuwah. Yeah, you know, the Most High is the only way.
Like really,
He is the only way.
people really got to understand that.
Psalms 109, Psalms 137, the book of John, Proverbs, stay in those and speak the word. I'm planning to visit in May too. I'm planning to move later. I will email you for a consultation next month. I'm visiting 3 countries. Awesome. Congrats. Definitely visit 3 countries. That would be amazing.
Yeah, just do.
I'm leaving in May to live in East Africa for 3 months. Yes, do it. East Africa's amazing. It's just so gorgeous.
Yeah.
East Africa's like mind blowing.
Africa in general is just mind blowing. But
it is.
I know where we've been, where we traveled.
Crazy views.
It's just beautiful.
Like insanely beautiful. It doesn't make you just look at the Most High like wow. Somebody said I'm in Maryland.
Upstate New York, Maryland.
Would you ever move back to America?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say absolutely not. Sorry, I'm sorry to be so direct with that. Actually, I'm not.
I was thinking.
Here's why I would never move back to America.
Like,
for us, it's all about critical thinking, history, and legacy. I'm not going to stay in a country that oppressed my ancestors. I'm not going to stay in a country that raped my grandmother, my great-great-grandmother. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stay in a country where the wealth gap is 0. By 2030 or 2050, Black Americans will have no wealth. I'm not going to stay in a country with LGBTQ. I'm not going to stay in a country that has this hustle culture mentality. I want to get back to walking in the cool of the day, and the best way to do that is being on the southeast side of the world. So that's why.
Yeah, America.
In a short way.
Like, if you guys don't, like, I don't get people, because if you, they tell you everything. Even before 2020, even before the thing, the pandemic or whatever, you know what America does. Like, you know who's running America, who's they're literally trying to kill you in every single thing they do.
And our people think that America is the world. A lot of people believe, who haven't traveled, or maybe they've only been to the Caribbean, you think that America is the same way as other parts of the world. And I'm telling you 100% it is not. You come out here where we are, this is nothing like America. Yeah. You go to Tanzania, you go to Kenya, you go to South, it's nothing like America.
America's like America. That's the only place.
It's the only place. It's this little bubble, and everybody's like, well, when America crashes, everything crashes. No. The world existed without America before. It was just about 400, 500 years ago. So when America crashes, the rest of the humans, they're going to be fine. You're going to be fine too if you believe it.
Yeah. You just got to believe it. You just
got to
just do it. Believe it and do it.
Yeah.
The Most High is allowing it.
Seriously.
Is allowing the meek to inherit the earth.
Seriously, y'all. We have blood family that's in Asia. Like, our people are literally not, our people are not staying, most Americans aren't even staying in America anymore. They're leaving, whether they're white or black. Whites, they're going to Spain, Portugal, Italy, because the housing is cheap. That's what they're looking at, and they're trying to get back to where their lineage is. Blacks, we're going back to Africa.
Yeah, and even some of these other countries, go. We think Africa. You should come back to Africa if you.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
But these other countries too. It's like what?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
For real. Like Asia.
If you ain't ready for Africa, go to Asia.
Yeah.
Get your feet wet or whatever you gotta do.
They really love our people there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what we see.
That's what we've heard.
Me, I'm just like that. I have to be somewhere.
Have to see it to believe it.
She know that too, so that's why I'd be like, well, I see it, but I gotta be there to really feel it and understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I see. I'm like, man, that's crazy. So people really go on to these other countries and living their best life. So we about to start talking to people and do a dream life in Asia.
Yeah, because there's so many of us in Asia. It's crazy.
Thailand or wherever.
Yeah, there's so many of us in these countries, and we've been here for a long time, but we're not connected. And it's just now the point, you know, with YouTube and content creators like us and other people that are showing, hey, y'all, our people have been abroad for a long time. We're not staying in America. We're all over.
Yeah.
Traveling, enjoying life.
Like, for real.
You don't need that W-2 job forever. You don't need it.
You just gotta really want it. If
you
really want it, you gotta do it. If
you have a gift.
Yeah.
You have a purpose. I believe it's outside of America, but do you?
Silent.
Silent. Do you believe it's out? Do you believe your talent, your destiny is outside of America? That's a question. Y'all see Zakaria?
Yeah, she getting big. She about to be 7 months.
Little travel baby.
Right? She a traveling baby.
Her little passport is 5, 6 months old.
We got her passport. So cute. I had to hold her like this. Yeah. Her passport looks so cute. She getting big. But yeah, guys. I think that might be Sabbath too. The meek shall inherit the earth. Like, really? I know we hear it all the time. I got shirts that say it, but when you really think about it, and especially living it, it hits different.
It does, especially when you see the judgment that the Most High is putting on the nations. And this is why we just want our people to travel so much, because you don't see what's happening if you're stuck in America watching TV all day. But literally, in these European countries, birth rates are declining. People from European countries are saying, hey, I'm out of money. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know, it never used to be like that decades ago. It was never like that in our parents' and grandparents' time. There is literally a wealth shift. There is a royalty shift. There is a sovereignty shift that's going back to the melanated peoples of the earth.
Yeah. And me personally, I don't think it's going to be like,
no, it's not.
Tomorrow, you wake up and be like, oh, there's reparations. You gotta be in position.
You gotta be in position.
You really gotta be in position. You gotta experience the position.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Get ready.
Yeah. I was about to say something, I forgot.
You gotta get ready. Y'all should definitely live your best life, your dream life in Africa. We've been doing it. Others have been doing it. There's a post in the New York Times. Shout out to Awaken with Mark. They ran that post. Blacks are leaving America to get rid of racism. It's something along those lines. And it's like, that's what our people are doing. Why say in America? Any problems that you face in Africa are very minimal compared to the problems in America for your lineage. Very, very minimal. One, because you're situated in a place where the Most High wants you. You're situated in what he's trying to call you into in Isaiah 42 through 62. He's trying to call you into a place. But a lot of our people, we fight the blessing because we're so used to being cursed. You get so used to the curses in Deuteronomy 28 that you forget to look at his blessings. You forget to look at his promise. Because he promised some stuff to Abraham. He promised some stuff to Isaac and Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
He promised some stuff to King David. And then you have authority through the Messiah, Yahusha.
Just gotta believe it.
Yeah, you gotta believe it. If you don't believe it, you can't receive it.
Isn't that a song?
I don't know, is it?
Something like that.
Maybe.
Hey, you rapping today,
Go
man.
write a new song.
Right.
Look, this experience has been phenomenal traveling, y'all. I have learned guitar. I'm telling you, when I'm talking about getting back to things your lineage is meant to do, this is some of the stuff I'm talking about. Like getting back to writing all different things, just literally being where you're called to be and doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're unbeatable like that. Unstoppable.
Yeah. And then your children see it too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like even our 2-year-old, she picks up books now and just start to look at it. Blah, 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 blah. She, okay, you reading, good job. She's starting to see that, so it's like, oh, that's great. Our oldest child, Jeremiah, he got the camera recording us. And I'm like, yes. Okay. Now I gotta teach you how to really really do it.
Little entrepreneur in the making.
So it's like certain things that we're trying to set up for the next generation, because that's probably going to be the generation that's going to like take a lot over.
Yeah, definitely.
And be in position, but they have to be in position.
Right.
They're used to travel.
All this traveling, that gets them in position.
Right, and it's normal.
Yeah,
it's
learning
like
languages, that gets
normal.
them in position.
Right, yeah. Where we are now, it's a different language.
Different language, that's all right.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, guys, if you want to know what's going on with us, we're probably going to be doing lives a lot. I think we'll probably be better.
Probably. It's easier.
Just like the regular channel, but if you want to really know what's going on and what we're doing and what we're up to, where we're at, click that link. Join the members only, because if you really support us, if you're really tuning in, as you know us. We have 5 children. We have the Most High no matter what. But if you really support us, and click that link.
Yes. Welcome to the Journey Experience.
All right, let's read some comments.
We are from
down.
Pittsburgh. Oh, okay, my brother was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I lived there for a little bit as a child. We are able to come to Al-Kibyalana, Babylon. We have no intentions on ever looking back at the United States. Yes, America is Babylon. For real, America is Babylon. If you don't believe that's true, then I don't know. You both remind me of one of my sons and his wife. I tell them about you both and send your videos to them. So proud of you both. All praises to the Most High. All thanks, Deborah. That's awesome. So cute. I have 2 more days in my job in the U.S. I just talked to a European guy who is congratulating us on our move. He was telling me his family is also bugging out to Portugal soon. They see it too. Hey, what I've been saying, I've been telling you all these white folks moving to Portugal. People don't believe us. People come on the channel like, oh, you're lying. No, I'm not lying. I'm very well connected with different networks, different people. They are going to Portugal and Spain.
And even Africa too.
South Africa too. West Cape, what you call that? Cape West? The Western Cape? Yeah, the Western Cape. The white folk, they moving. They going. And it's not going to be broadcasted. White folks, they're not going to hop on YouTube and say, hey, y'all, I'm going. You're just going to wake up and realize that it's only you, some of the South Americans, and some of the Asians that just jumped in there. That's what you're going to realize. And then you're going to realize, oh, these people have army suits on. That's where we're at right now. Sorry to say it harsh, but it's going to be even more harsh when you're really looking around like, hold up, how do I get out of here? Really strategize and get some wisdom. Ask the Most High for wisdom and discernment. Because all that stuff with the migrant crisis.
Yeah, it's like
It's too much.
It's so
That thing
much
is
going
weird. You
on.
don't even know what's going on with that.
Yeah,
Something off about that.
we've been focused this last like I don't want to say yeah we always focus, but just haven't been paying attention to a lot of stuff.
You can't pay attention to a lot of stuff when you got moves to make. You're gonna be so confused and so like feeling
Yeah,
like this. Your head gonna be hurting. Cut that news off. Look at it once. Look at the news on Fridays or Thursdays or something. Cut it off and be done and get to work. I heard his call and I'm not looking back once I move. I'm just holding my breath until my daughter and grandson follows. Yes, that's amazing. We're a family of four. Two wants to leave, two wants to stay. I've been having dreams about what's to come. Wow. My husband knows this, but is on the fence. Military retired. Okay, okay. Well, keep praying. And you know, it'll work out. His mind will change eventually. He's probably already thinking it, but he just doesn't want to say it, especially being in the military. A lot of people in the military actually understand, but are just trying to, he's probably just trying to work out in his brain moving abroad. Any other questions, comments?
yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, that migrant stuff. That stuff is so weird. And the cost of living. Tell y'all it's cheap out here. People don't believe that either.
Man, that's a big difference.
It's a
when
big difference.
Your cost of living is so much lower.
Traveling is not expensive. Living in America is expensive. You can travel for cheaper than your rent is in America. I'm telling you. We bought 7 plane tickets for less than some of y'all's rent if you live in New York.
Yeah, New York, wherever in America. I seen something today was saying one bedroom apartments
Oh
was
gosh.
like
How much?
$3,000, $4,000
No.
in certain places.
Our
New
tickets were
York,
less than that.
Right.
Our
That
tickets
was
were
like,
less than that. Our tickets, look, we're a big family and we travel
yeah,
like we travel at least 3 times a year. You could find us doing something extreme. It's cheaper than your rent, I'm telling you, but you have to be the one to go out and realize that.
yeah. You gotta believe it, and I love it. I love like walking places and people just look at our big family.
Yeah, we're
They're
like a
like,
tribe.
who are they?
Why they got so many
Yeah,
kids?
they kids just look. We free. I'll tell you that. We free.
Oh man. Welcome Francis Lemaire to Journey Behind the Scenes. You get to experience, look, you have videos lined up already. You get to see a tour of this beautiful Airbnb
Yeah.
we're in. You get to hear about our location. You're getting all the details, just like the other 6 members. I think it might be 8 members, 6 to 8 members right now. Welcome, enjoy the journey. We post about 3 times a week on members only.
Yeah, we're probably gonna do more too since we can sit down now
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, because we're not in the airplane.
But now we about to be moving again.
Yeah. Gotta
So,
find our long-term lease.
yeah,
But we'll cover that on members only. All that little
yeah.
logistics stuff.
But we got a couple of days to sit and try to do some videos.
Yeah. That's the travel life.
Yeah,
It's a blessing.
hallelujah.
Member. They're all over Pittsburgh. These migrants are taking over. That's why I keep hearing certain cities are like hotspots.
That's
I
just
don't know
crazy
what
to
y'all
think
think is
about.
going on with the migrant crisis. It's so much propaganda around it. I would believe that it's happening, but there's so much propaganda that makes me wonder, what is this really? It's like during COVID when they wanted you to just only hear about COVID. Right now, I only see headlines, or at least on YouTube. I don't know if CNN is like this, but at least on YouTube, every piece of content is about migrants in New York, migrants fighting black people, migrants doing this, migrants that, you know,
And Trump.
yeah, migrant in trunk
Russia.
that's possessed and all this extra stuff. I'm like, what is going on? So what y'all think is going on with the migrant crisis? Y'all heard anything? What do you think's going on?
They setting up for something. Not the migrants, but somebody else.
It's a ploy. So it's not the migrants' fault. It's whoever's letting them in.
We was just saying, hey, America trying to kill you.
Two
Kill us.
sides. Because technically, the other side of it is their land.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
It's just, it's biblical.
it's their
Everything
land.
is just a good thing.
Most of the migrants are males with no children and Chinese people. Are you serious? So it's not South Americans and Mexicans and like Brazilians? That's strange. If they're Chinese, that's strange if they're Chinese people. That's
One moment.
weird. Here's my take on the migrant crisis. One group is
Working on that.
Oh, look at Siri
Sorry,
being
I'm
crazy.
having trouble with the connection.
No,
Please
I
try
didn't.
again in a moment.
Shut up, man.
Go away, Siri. Gosh darn.
Y'all hear that? I was
These
like,
AI
what
bots
the
be
heck
crazy.
did I just hear?
You better get up and fight.
Man.
Migrant crisis must be a key word.
Yeah. You see?
Y'all see? Look, y'all. That's how it is. Here's my take on the crisis. One group is being. Here's my take. Oh gosh. One group is being intentionally let in to handle Americans when they orchestrated civil war. Maybe so. She said yes, all of the above. The other group is taking advantage of the open borders to start their version of Red Dawn. Maybe so. It's just so strange that you're like, what is going on here? What is really going on? Yeah, y'all had to tell the robots. This is why AI irritates me. Y'all know we're YouTube content creators, entrepreneurs, but AI is just annoying. It's really annoying. I think it kills human creativity. It makes us dumb. And a lot of the stuff you see on YouTube now just looks like these stupid AI thumbnails. Like, gosh darn, y'all can't just draw something? Y'all can't just use your own creativity? I'm sorry, I'm going on another rant. I have to make another video about that. That's how I feel about that.
I don't know.
Like little cartoon people, like, gosh darn, can we be human?
With that, I don't know, it's just us, because when it first came out, we was like, oh, heck no. And it wasn't, we didn't continue, we did continue not using it.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, I mean, it's their personal choice. But for us, we just never felt okay to use it.
Because it's not me. I'm a real human, y'all. I'm not a cartoon.
AI, whatever, chat GP craziness.
Chat GPT. Because the new one, they said, dang, what was that video I saw? It's creating, like, cartoons of people now. Like those video animations.
Oh, the VR
You type
thing?
it in. No, you type it into Chat GPT and it creates like a
The video.
a video thing.
Yeah.
Robot society.
Yeah. It's if that's what you want to do.
But I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be two different sides of the world. A lot of folks in America think, oh, well, every part of the world's gonna be like this. No, it's not. You come to East Africa, no, it's not. You come to Southern Africa, Africa's not like this. Cause you got literal villages. They ain't worried about no AI. These folks don't even have a cell phone in some of these villages.
And they just living life. I'm like, man.
So they're not getting into the AI frenzy. You try to teach them they're trying to teach them it, but obviously they're looking like, I'm not about to do that.
They living off of how much you think, or they can.
Maybe $100 a month, if that.
And that's
Could be even less.
Yeah, I was talking to
depending
our
on which
neighbor,
area.
our old neighbor. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to be like a local, but man, them living off $100. I don't know how to do that. I'm like, yeah, that'd be good, but me neither. Because $100 is like really nothing to us.
As Americans.
Yeah, I hate saying that, but when we're here in Africa and we see it, like, dang, they really live off $100. We can't even think like that. $100, you living for a whole, let's say 2 weeks. Can you do 2 weeks for like $100?
Right.
If your house is good, you built your house, you got your little garden and stuff, you got everything you need, and you got $100. Could you even still not spend it or survive off of it?
The struggle of consumerism, the trap. American consumerism. Another thing that makes Americans not able to survive when stuff hits the fan.
Yeah.
Because you have these communities out here, be it Africa or wherever, that's on the eastern side of the world. These people know how to, one, work together, two, survive. So when stuff hits the fan in the eastern part of the world, in Africa, they're not like acting like Americans and Alex Jones talking about he's going to eat his neighbors. They're not even thinking like that. They're thinking community, how can we survive and help each other? That's what they're thinking. They're not thinking, let me go eat my neighbor's finger. Like, the stuff in America is just like, it's so dumb. Like, who thinks like that?
All right. I don't know where you stop.
The U.S. wants them to fight in the Civil War to keep these demons in power. They're using them to collapse the U.S. Maybe so.
Oh, that's a powerful one too.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about. I know he's watching something that just sacrifices. Put it like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
video
you
there,
were gonna.
upload.
Right. You could talk about it now.
Yeah. So we got to know. You know, the kingdom of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
They need sacrifices, right? We hear it all the time. We hear it all the time
Yeah.
in Hollywood and stuff. Oh, if you want to be famous, sell your soul, but you gotta do certain things. You gotta kill your mom and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a lot.
Whatever.
Yeah,
stuff
whatever.
gotta
But
do.
they need blood. They need sacrifices. So,
Mhm.
and what they did in the past, these past couple years, 3 years, is not enough because it's about
Wow.
to be a big shift change. It's about to be a flip.
Right. Great reset.
It's about to be a flip. So they need a huge, big blood sacrifice.
Right.
The kingdom of darkness, I'm talking about. Like, they literally need that.
Yeah. And our people better start understanding. Look, Ephesians says we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Okay? So being not ignorant means that you need to be aware of things, and we can't be in la la land anymore. Because the times that we're about to enter into, you're going to see giants walking around again. You're going to see witches and occult people out in the open doing things like they
Just
used to do in the ancient
out in
times.
the open.
You're going to see it out just like they did in the ancient times. And like you were saying about the blood sacrifice. Oh, shoot. You got it.
Well, go ahead, I get it.
About the blood sacrifice, if you look at the history of South America and you look at the history of certain places, even in Africa, a lot of these tribes and these nations did sacrifice. Even if you look at the history of the Maya, the Aztec, and the Inca, oh my gosh, the stuff these nations did to sacrifice and to have rulership, they would literally sacrifice and kill hundreds of thousands of people to usher in a new ruler. It's the same thing in today's time. It's the same thing in 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024. It's the same thing. And so, yeah, you just got to be aware that sacrifice is a real thing. The spiritual realm is very real. And so instead of being asleep in la la land and just trying to pretend this stuff doesn't exist, get in your Bible, ask for more wisdom, ask for discernment, and ask the Most High to unveil your eyes so you can see everything, because He's going to show you. You're going to see it in dreams, you're going to see it in visions, and you're going to have power to bind things up with chains and bind them to the lake of fire. You're going to have power like that, and He's going to give it to you. But only, in Matthew it says you got to knock. Seek and you'll find. Knock and the door will be open. If you don't seek and you don't knock, you're not going to have it. You're not going to have that insight. You also need to have your prayers being on point to what His will is and understanding how the Most High views the earth. Because a lot of times we look at the human flesh side of things and think, well, I just want to pray that so-and-so does this or this, just minimal things. But you really have to ask for the heart of the Most High, because the Most High looks at the earth and sees it differently than you. He's looking at the earth and He's repulsed right now at all of the evilness. He's repulsed right now, especially in America. He's repulsed right now with the witchcraft that happens on the continent and all over in the Caribbean. All the idols in Asia. He's repulsed with all that stuff. And so if you have His heart and you're starting to pray according to His heart and what He's thinking, He's going to give you more wisdom, more discernment, more power, more authority. And you're going to be walking like Yahusha. You're going to be walking like the Messiah.
Right? Like, really. a storm coming, you gonna say calm.
Yeah. People see you walk in, they're seeing light.
I don't know where we start.
I think they're coming for the chaos to start. They're the distraction of the enemy to get positioned to attack Babylon. Perhaps. I moved to Belize 3 years ago, but still have plans on getting to Africa. Y'all willing, being able to buy land and freehold it there is what I want. Yes, do it.
Yes, the time is now.
Do you at times miss the U.S.? No. I miss my grandma at times, but
Yeah,
I don't miss anything
family.
about
That's
America.
the only thing is just family.
Yeah.
But every time we talk to family, we tell you gotta come. You gotta come here. You gotta do your research. Do your research. Come. I'm pretty sure you'll like it.
Yeah.
Just come visit.
Same out here, villages, and they know how to survive. I'm telling you, look, tell them, look, everybody's not like America. People in other areas know how to survive. They're not living like Americans. Shalom, fam. Shalom, shalom, Asade.
Shalom. Yes.
There's nothing new under the sun. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. As in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. Yep, it is. God be in position to get authority and power from the Most High, because you're not. It's sad to say, but a lot of our people aren't going to make it just because they're not chasing after His power and authority and His Spirit. Man, you need it to survive. You really need it.
Days of Noah. Man, we was just talking about Got to be prepared.
Yep.
Got to be in position.
Yep. You got to have power. You really got to have power. Yep. Any other questions? Final comments? Y'all, we've been on here with y'all for like an hour and 7 minutes. Y'all know we usually don't do lives all like that.
Yeah.
My nails are pretty long though. That was random, but this ring fingernail is long.
Two.
Any final questions?
But yes, if there's any other comments, questions, let us know, because we're about to log off and go to sleep.
Yep. If you didn't yet, join members only. Join members only. Oh, we didn't see that one. Teo put out a video and they showed a man talking about 10,000 Asian military-age men sneaking in a day. That's crazy. That's really crazy. That's horrible. 10,000? And there's no way they're sneaking in. They have to be letting them in. America, where they track everybody, there ain't no way. Ain't no way.
All right, I guess we can talk about what we're doing.
Phyllis, welcome to Journey Behind the Scenes. Enjoy. You're going to see this beautiful Airbnb house tour. You're going to know where we're at. You're going to come along for the journey and experience everything as we go through it in real time. So there's a catalog of videos waiting for you. Enjoy.
Yes. But yeah.
How do I avoid the shots? You don't need a shot.
What shots?
Yellow fever, just don't go to somewhere that needs yellow fever. We went to Tanzania, doesn't require yellow fever. The country we're in now doesn't require yellow fever. Look up which countries don't require yellow fever. We've avoided look. I'm not going to get into it. That's for members only. That's why I say a lot.
What?
Nothing. Can't see,
What was you about to say?
I'm not saying it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to let you know what we're doing.
Yep.
Go ahead.
On members only. What you want me? I'm tired too. I don't know what we're saying no more.
What we doing?
What we doing right now?
Just courses,
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, we have Dream Life Africa, our best-selling e-course teaching the diaspora how to travel to Africa. Okay, because there's a lot of travel advice that y'all don't know. For example, some of y'all didn't know about SoFi. You know what SoFi is? That's how you save hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and you, y'all better get on that. But it's right there. It's right there for you. We put the information right there for you. Like literally, it's some good information because we use it. We've been using it for 4 years now.
Yeah, works great. We haven't had to go back. Look, we have sold a house while being out of
Yeah,
America.
sold
We
the
did
house
not
and
go back to America.
it came to that. And then
Tell y'all,
that built
we
the
know
credit,
stuff. Yeah,
saying, hey, you can get a loan.
yeah.
It's like, nah, we ain't getting a loan. If you say a grant, we get a grant. But
We've gotten grants for our business while
Yeah.
abroad.
keep going, sir.
What else have we done? By most size wisdom.
Did a lot.
We've opened multiple accounts online while abroad. Did it before and after.
Living dream life in Africa.
Finding affordable plane tickets is top tier. Look, in
And
Tanzania,
that's right
our
there.
landlord, she was like, "Oh, the tickets for such and such are this
Yeah.
much." We're like,
She
Ours are
was
cheaper than
telling us,
that.
she was like, you can get some cheap tickets for this price.
Mm-mm.
We was like, no, that's too much. She said, no, it's cheap. I'm like, no, we found ours for this price. She said, oh, how?
"Told her the strategy."
Hey, you gotta do your research. You gotta know. Don't just say, oh, let's go to this site. Let's go to Air Tanzania and just buy it from them.
No, don't do that. There's resources out there, y'all.
Yeah.
There's lots of things.
So check out Dream Life Africa.
Do your taxes from abroad. Look,
Yeah.
honestly, there's no reason for you to ever have to go back to America, to be honest. Unless you just want to.
You just gotta figure it out. What else, babe?
Where
Let
there's a
them know.
will, there's a way. Oh, yes. State of the Diaspora is going to be in the description. That is our group coaching we're doing once a month, going over the stuff that we can't say here on YouTube. If you want to know the details of the
Yeah.
bureaucratic struggles,
Gonna let you know.
smiles, all smiles.
Usually,
Okay.
usually that when I be talking.
Yeah, yeah.
When I talk, I just like to go
Yeah.
straight forward.
Great
Let 'em
stories,
know.
just stories
Just
for
let
the
'em know.
We actually have a new story for the State of the Diaspora, honestly.
What?
Just yesterday.
What's that shit?
I almost had to go off.
You,
And
you
I don't
doing-
go off. I don't go off, y'all.
Oh.
I'm a very calm, self-control,
Oh, yeah.
introverted type person.
Yeah, cause look, now she's starting to understand me, cause I be out there dealing with stuff, and I come home like, man, this is crazy. Yeah. And she's like, oh, your problem, goddamn, man, it's peace. And I'm like, dealing with these people is
The fact they
something
put their
else.
heads down, I'm like,
Now she like, oh, I was about to go off. I'm like, go off what? I'm used to it now.
oh,
I'm getting
God.
used to it.
That's
But
the
yeah.
story for the State of the Diaspora for sure, because
Yeah.
that was just
Just check our links,
not
guys.
logical.
State of Diaspora.
Something's
We tell you the
illogical.
real stuff. Members only. We tell you the real stuff. Dream Life Africa. That's information for you guys to literally have information to move to Africa to live your dream life, like for real.
You learn how to negotiate. You get the travel tips that only we have, because people that haven't gone through Dream Life Africa, sometimes they'll meet us and they'll ask us like, oh, what should I do? I'm like, do XYZ. People that have been in Africa for a while still paying ATM fees. I'm like, there ain't no way y'all should be paying ATM fees.
Yeah.
Y'all should be going through SoFi.
Yeah. Just
Ain't
little
no way.
stuff.
Ain't no way y'all should be paying a U.S. cell phone bill abroad.
Or banks.
Ain't no way.
But do what y'all gotta do. We just here to try to really help.
Ain't no
what
way
else?
you need to go back to the U.S. to start a business. Ain't no way.
Go ahead.
Ain't no way you gotta go back to the
Multiply
U.S. to
talent.
do taxes.
Talk about
I'm
multiply
trying to tell
talent.
y'all. Ain't no way you need to go back to the U.S. to get your grant. You should have had all that
Multiply
stuff
talent.
situated. Oh, yes, multiply your talents.
That's basically what you.
Links in the
about.
description. Freelance
about it.
business stuff. Master social media marketing. Master mining for your gold nuggets to understand the gold that is in your work experience, because you have gold, but you just can't see it. You might just need some help pulling it out. By the end of Multiply Your Talents, you have everything you need to launch your own business according to your skill sets.
Yeah.
Full setup.
And your dedication. Like, if you really want something, you gotta do it. And that's what we just try to help people with.
People can get a waiver. Yeah, you can. We are coming to Uganda. Uganda looks very pretty. Dream Life Africa. Yes, links in the description. It's an e-course. Shalom, shalom, fam. Brew Queen Yasharel. Could you help us understand how to move to Ghana? From what I know about Ghana, I hear Tamale is a good place. Cape Coast. We
And
almost
it's
moved
right
to
there.
Ghana.
Yeah,
We have tax identification numbers in Ghana.
right. We just saw that.
We're gonna go there eventually. Just not this year. Not next year either, probably.
And the
It'll be a
best
little
thing to
bit.
do is in Dream Life Africa because we tell you how to, in any African countries, how to do the steps. Hey,
Yep.
start doing this, start doing this, start doing that.
Where to find
Before,
resources, how I have a
before
network.
you even buy your plane tickets,
Yep.
how to buy cheap plane tickets, how
Yeah.
to get a return ticket. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to pay the same price that we just spent $48 on our return tickets.
Yep. Have a good life. Wisdom helps.
For 3 people,
Your network helps.
a total of $48
Yep.
for 3 people, return tickets.
I don't think people believe the things we say, but it's real life.
Sometimes
we
I
live in
don't
it,
believe it. I'm
right?
like, that's why I just said it again. For, for 3 people, return tickets, $48. Yeah.
I don't believe the things we say.
For real.
Oh man. Thank you. Thanks for saying we're awesome. You're awesome
Yes.
too.
Hallelujah. What
But
else?
yeah,
I feel
Ghana's
like
cool.
Something else.
Ghana's cool for business. You see diaspora prospering there. Good sign. Ghana's cool.
Black,
We'll wait on that one because I'm still going. We're still going through the cohort for Black Educators Amplified. If you're a Black
program.
teacher, we're halfway through. We're on week 4, so you can't sign up right this second. But the next cohort will start at the end of March.
Yeah. So stay
just
tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Hit subscribe. Email us to be added to that wait list because the black educators, they're tired of getting paid $15 an hour. And I told them, look, you ain't gotta get paid $15 an hour. You don't have to as a teacher. You got too much experience, too much knowledge, too much empathy, too much high-level skill sets. Why? Why go teach English online abroad for $15 an hour or less? Why? Don't do it. Don't make your life hard. Your life don't gotta be hard. You can start an education consulting firm because for the past 4 to 5 years, I've been working with education tech firms and realizing, oh, my people can come in to this economy and kill it because a lot of us are Black teachers.
Yeah.
A lot of us. I believe you. That's awesome. Thank you for believing us. We got 7 people and a dog trying to get back to Rwanda. I need to get what y'all got. Okay. Yeah. 7. Okay, yeah, we're 7 people too.
Yeah,
Telling you.
I don't know about dog though. Oh,
Dogs are a little pricey,
he-
but if you can get the 7 people, those tickets down,
Yeah, they
it'll
probably
even out.
Yeah.
It'll even out.
Yeah.
Are you living full time off of YouTube?
Why you laugh like that? It's not that funny.
Yes, it was.
It's a
Child,
serious
let me tell y'all something about YouTube.
That's a serious question.
We come on YouTube because we love our network. But honestly, I could be on my business profile right now and be paid way more. But I love the network. I love the community. I love talking about.
But
I love talking about the Most High. We just have YouTube's like a hobby.
No, it's not.
You may make like but
Yeah,
the bulk of
YouTube,
the income isn't YouTube. The bulk of income isn't YouTube by far.
Yeah, so I guess that's the question.
YouTube is like 10%.
Yeah, it's
maybe
little,
30 if
like
we launch
savings.
like a group coaching like that.
Yeah, it's
maybe
savings.
30%.
YouTube is good, and this is what we teach people too. YouTube is basically marketing. Mm-hmm. It's really helping you do the thing, your business and things that you want to launch and stuff like that. It's a big network here and stuff.
Yeah, you're not making serious money on YouTube.
From YouTube.
Unless you're at like 100K subscribers.
Yeah.
You're just not. Like, you're not going to be making $5,000. If we make $46,000 on average, maybe 10% of that comes from YouTube on a good month. Not much.
Yeah, YouTube, you got to just keep uploading. Upload every day, 2 times a day probably. You got to get the views, you got to get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, for us, it's much easier to just start your consulting firm. You can use YouTube as like a way to build your
We
email
could
list,
do it
kind
full
of.
time though.
That's
We just
I'm
give the
not a
phone to
YouTube
our
person.
children.
You know
They
they're gonna
love
be
it.
saying crazy stuff.
They be that look. We could look. It is possible. We got 5 children.
That's too much work when
We
you
can
can
just
type
give the phone.
emails.
We can get the phone to the children,
Could write some
and they
sales
just
pages.
go live for like an hour. So that's 5 hours. That's at least like
$2.
no, that's at least like 50 people watching.
Oh,
So that's like,
gosh.
what's that? Yeah, that's some views right there.
They don't pay you by views.
And they probably super chat
YouTube don't pay by
the
views.
children too.
YouTube, they got their own little secret stuff they be doing.
Yeah, YouTube is YouTube.
But we
All
do like to
praises for
come and
YouTube,
connect with
though.
you guys, though.
Yes.
We do appreciate the audience base. We appreciate connecting with you guys. But our full-time income is from our marketing agency.
Yeah, and other stuff.
About 90 cents from the marketing agency. Education consultant firm. Yeah, so like if you are a Black teacher and you have the Black diaspora around you, you have homeschoolers in Atlanta, you have homeschoolers across the globe, digital nomads. Now, these people are like us. They are your potential clients because we're entrepreneurs, we have resources, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, so we need help teaching our children. We need help. We may want our children to take a reading comprehension class. We may want our children to sit on Zoom for an hour a day and do some art. We may want our children to do a music lesson. We are not musicians, right? We may want them to do a microbiology lesson, right? Our older child, Jeremiah, we may want them to do stuff like that. And so you set up a consulting firm based on that specific subject area. You teach it on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You build your email list and you have your consulting firm where you're marketing to clients and you're helping to bring fuel to the global African diaspora children who need education that is centered on them and not on white folks.
Yeah, you said it.
That's it. You do it as a group coaching, run the numbers. You may charge them $75 for the sessions a month or something like that. You have 10 to 15 people sign up, you do the multiplication.
Yeah.
That's that. Hi guys. Hi Shakira.
Hello, Shalom.
I'm homeschooling my children now, 4 and 5. How do I get paid for what I do abroad? Are you a teacher?
You just.
Oh, I answered your question. Sorry. Yeah. It's 2 a.m. I'm sorry.
It's 3 a.m.
It's 2 a.m. It's 3 a.m. This is the only time the house is quiet, y'all. This is the only time we got. But yeah, y'all.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's it,
I know we said we was going to do something.
Do you think some people move here and think that if they start a YouTube channel, it'll just automatically pay them a lot? Maybe that's where it goes wrong too?
Yeah, I don't know.
That could potentially be a pitfall.
I hope people don't do that, though.
Don't do that. Don't come here and start, please. Okay. Do not start a YouTube channel thinking that 90% of your income is going to come from YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't do that. This is why we tell y'all. We're not saying this just because we have business courses. For all we care, you don't have to take none of the business courses. This is to help you start a business before you get on the plane. Some people don't listen to this. Most people don't listen to this advice.
You gotta run a business before you get on the plane.
Run the business.
Don't
just start it right. Good. Thank you.
Some people look at. I'm at the airport. I started my business.
Now it's popping off.
I started my business. I'm going to the airport tomorrow, and everything gonna be good. I'm telling you, people really do that.
Don't do that, y'all.
Or they say, oh, you told us to start a business before you hop on the plane.
No, make sure it's fully functional and running. Make sure you have the marketing, the accounting. Make sure you have 4 months worth of clients that you have back down the line. Because guess what? That's what we did when we moved in 2020, y'all. We did not hop on no plane and not have a business and a way to make money. We just didn't do that. I would love to tell y'all that's what we did, but it's not what we did. That's not what we did. That's right there. That's a fantasy. Don't do that. Don't, especially if you're one person, maybe, but if you have children, please don't do that.
Yeah. If
Because
you
you're
one
going to be
person,
right back in America after
you
2 months.
if you one person, you can live off $100.
Right, you can do that because it's just you.
But for us, we can't live off no $500
Mm-mm.
or $700.
Mm-mm. Don't do that, y'all. Be wise. Start your business. If you don't know where to start, just start. It doesn't matter if you don't know.
Yeah,
Once you start researching and doing it, you're going to know.
that's the most important part is to start.
Yep. Because you're going to hop on YouTube and then realize, oh, shoot. You're going to get monetized after 1,000 subscribers and then say, oh.
I think it's two. Is it 2,000?
Is it 2,000 now?
I don't know. 1,000 and a lot of watch hours.
You're going to be sad.
Yeah.
You're going to be sad. Don't do that. Have your website, have your business bank account, have everything set up. Have your marketing in place. Invest in your business before you quit that W-2 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Run it on the side, right? Because when we start the business, you were working full time. I'm running the business on the side. Then the business is fully functional. Then it's like, oh, now I can travel. Now I can do anything.
You saved all the checks.
Yeah.
No taxes.
You're so funny. Start the business, y'all. Or sorry, run the business. Don't just start it. Run the business. Don't just start it.
Yeah.
Don't just start it. Our business was running for four years before we left. We were 3 to 4 years into business.
Man, all praise
3 to
to
4
Most High.
years.
Most High is good.
Because when we left, we had 3 children. So ain't no way on earth that we would be leaving. That's just not wise. And if right now this is tugging at you, you're like, oh man, I was really hoping I could just hop over. I need you to pray for wisdom, seriously, because this is how people get got. I don't know what's wrong in America or whatever these mindsets are that we just want to live in fantasy world, but being in a fantasy land is the easiest way to get scammed. Whether it's you getting scammed by the diaspora or you getting scammed by Africans, it don't matter. Being in fantasy land is the easiest way. Ask the hard questions. Rustle some feathers. If people can't handle their feathers being rustled, wrestled, tussled, something. Ruffled, that's the word. if folks can't handle their feathers being ruffled, you may not want to go into business together. These are things you need to know. You got to start thinking. Read some business books, because you don't want to be with folks that are high-tempered. Next thing you know, you're like, how can this even possibly work out? You got to look out for these. We gotta get off here and go to bed. Why are you laughing at me? I'm having a good conversation.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. She funny.
I don't have to say no more. You crazy.
She tired and funny.
Oh gosh. Ruffled. Yeah, ruffled. That's the word, y'all. Y'all know what I'm saying. My husband says he's willing to move, but he wants to have a homestead where it's safe. Any suggestions? We don't want to lease land. Yeah. Look
Do
for.
some research. Or she's a member, so we gonna yeah.
Ghana, Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Those are places that our people have been known throughout the past decades to be able to have land, keep it, all that. Ghana, Nigeria.
And do not be fearful, because some people they say this and say that, and people, ooh, just like I remember when I was talking to some local people in Tanzania, and I was like, yeah, South Africa. No, don't go there. Mm-hmm. It's so dangerous. And I'm like, I'm from America, bro.
Anywhere it's in America, ain't no way.
I'm from America. You gotta have that street smartness, that street knowledge of knowing that this street discernment, I guess. Really, yeah. But I feel like I can feel danger before it comes.
Yeah,
Or I
for
know
sure.
something's off with this person before it comes, before
Mhm.
that person do something.
Mhm.
So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be fearful. You just gotta really do it.
Yeah, don't tell everybody your plans too, because that's where doubt comes in, right? When Yahusha went to heal somebody, I believe it was the story where he was healing somebody's child, and the parents had to stay downstairs because they would have let doubt in.
Yeah. He said, "You two stay
Y'all stay downstairs. I'm
there.
gonna take my two
I'm gonna
favorite
take
disciples,
yeah."
and we're gonna do this because you can't have doubt in the mix. Like you need to be so. See, this is why Psalm says you need to hate what the Most High hates. The Most High says the fearful and the abominable will not enter heaven. So if he's talking about fear in this way and doubt in this way, how do you think you should feel about fearful and doubtful people when they're trying to mess up what the Most High has for you? How should you feel about fear and doubt when it rises up in you? Slash it. Get rid of it. And get away from the people that embed those spirits in you. Whether they look like you or not, whether they're family, friends, whoever it is, get rid of it. Get rid of them. Because they're going to deter you from the path. The narrow path is very narrow.
Very narrow.
You know, you're trying to shoot down a giant. They're like, what? No, oh, no, no, no.
Step aside. Watch
That
out.
giant's too big and hairy. Like, man, stand down. I got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Super bold faith cannot dwell in the same space as fear. Yeah, it can't. It's not possible. One's going to cancel out the other. Sadly, African diaspora American women, 6 died in the Gambia. Yes, it is sad. It's very sad and
Very
strange.
Sad. We heard about it. We haven't heard too. Like we haven't done like a lot of. We haven't spent a lot of time looking at it, but that's something different, man. That's different.
Yeah, that's very different. That's, I don't know. That's weird. And it's such a small country. That's weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. But again, this is where it comes back to, y'all. How can I say this? Go to a place that's functional. Don't have white savior mentality when you're coming to Africa. Don't try to save everybody. People don't need saved, and if they need saved, they don't need you to save them. They need Yahusha to save them. So don't save everybody. You go help you. Then, if people ask you for help along the way, that's fine. But don't just go saving everybody. That gets people messed up every time. Not saying that in the case of the Gambian women, but just as like a rule of thumb. Because you find yourself in strange situations. Don't try to save everybody. You're going to get got. Yeah, we are tired. We just talking at this rate.
One.
That was
The
from
way, the
way
truth,
earlier.
the life.
I think South Africa you can only embed 63% lives under the poverty line, and maybe a Kenya. Yeah, Kenya you can. Fear not, my people. So many of us are fearful because those AA women dying. But please, my people, turn to the Most High Yah through Yahusha. Yes, yeah. Don't be fearful. It's crazy that it's happening, but it's not the norm all over Africa. So condolences to those families.
Yeah.
But that's the norm there for whatever reason. Very strange. But I would avoid Gambia. I mean, at this rate, if I were y'all, I probably wouldn't even be looking at that way. I wouldn't. If I was a man, woman, doesn't matter. I probably wouldn't go there. You know, boycott places that. This is how you stay on code. Boycott places that do crazy things to your people. There ain't no way any more diaspora should be running through there. Doesn't matter. If you put your foot down, see, this is, you just put your foot down and say, look, y'all treating our people like this? Doesn't matter if I'm from here. You gotta be that bold in Africa. All right, y'all. That's the end of this live. Thank you for coming. We have enjoyed this. As you can tell, we've been laughing and all types of stuff.
Yes, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Ooh, somebody hit the like button. We got 49 people watching. We got 48 likes. Say goodnight to us. Hit that like. At least one person.
You watch it like that till they do it. You so.
Oh, look at that. We even now. Wait,
Oh,
hold on. We need one person to watch it so it can be 50, and then one person. There you go. That evens it
That's
out
wonderful.
100%. There
That's
you go.
good.
A little
We're
bit
over
over
100%. That's
A
great.
little over 100.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Look at that.
That's great.
Thank you.
That's a great way to end the night, start the morning.
It's morning. You talking about?
It's morning.
All right, guys. Thanks for
Oh,
tuning in.
gosh.
Thanks for hitting the like. Yes. Make sure you visit the links in the description, and we will be live randomly in another day.
Yes, we will. Y'all willing.
Yes. Hallelujah. Good night.
Shalom.
Shalom.